This is Rampy and Lycan. We're doing the tier list for the Sweden Major.
All right, so I think first thing we got to do, since in part 1 for season 3, we said, if we make the major, I'm going to put us an S.
When we do the major tier list, and we're on that, we're putting ourselves in S.
So we got to put us an S.
For sure.
I think the big thing to note after this, too, is just that we think all the teams, obviously going to the major, are good. We are going to try our best to space people out, so not everybody's an A and B.
Yeah, and we don't have crazy egos. So we'll just start up from left to right. Let's go W7M.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would just say S.
S. I mean, we're expecting a very good game from them, and we're not underestimating them.
I don't know, BDS, like they did well in their own league, and then they won Gamers 8, and they won that Japan Invitational.
8.
It's hard to say they're not playing like as one of the best teams.
Yeah, they had a lot of close games towards the end of their season.
Yeah. I said maybe an A or an S.
I feel like, do we think they're on the same tier level as W7M? And us, technically. Because right now, there's only 2 people in S.
I feel like we have to go with A, at least for now, and then maybe later we can.
We'll see where everyone else ends up, and then we'll kind of just base it off that.
Yeah, I like that.
CAG.
I mean, I think CAG is a good team, but like internationally, they've never
group.
really like made it out of groups.
Oh, bro, we should have had the group.
I just don't think we can really put them any higher than C.
Yeah.
I would say like we can start
B
them
at the
C.
very highest.
Let's start them C, and then maybe we
see
do
how
something
they go.
later. It's hard initially to mark some of these.
Dire Wolves.
I would just say, at least from their last performance, we should put them in D.
Yeah.
Like I think like people are probably not expecting as much out of them.
Yeah.
They were in the group that had only 3 teams at the Charlotte Major, and they just kind of like didn't.
They do
weren't
got a
really-
kind of a more. Sorry to cut you off.
You're good.
They got more of a tough group too with
Yeah.
like. They got Mirage, Wolves. Wait.
Yeah,
isn't
the
that
other
two?
Wolves
the
and
other
then
Wolves,
FaZe.
and then FaZe. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty
Yeah.
hard. Fury, that's in our group. There's not too much info on them, so I feel like it's
Yeah.
kind of the same thing where we got to put them at like C or D.
Yeah.
Because we just don't have.
I
much
agree.
Info.
I think we should put them in D.
I feel like if Dire Wolves is D,
Yeah.
we've at least had the experience of playing CAG numerous times and scrimming.
This way, if they like somehow upset us, people can clip this and make fun of us.
Yeah, and just tell us how big of an ego we have. Black Dragons, that's Group A with Sonics, I think, right?
Yeah.
So
Sonics and then Eminem and
I haven't watched
CAG.
Black Dragons play that much, I will say. So I'm kind of I feel like B.
yeah. I think B is a good spot to put them initially.
Yeah, and then Heroic.
I would say C is like a good spot to put them.
Yeah,
Like we haven't seen much from them on the international stage. They've had a lot of hype in EU, but I think they just need to convert it. And they have 2 very new players as well.
Yeah.
So.
Personally, Liquid probably S.
Yeah, I would say either that or A.
Yeah, like I feel like with Lagonis and like they
just-
seem pretty
yeah.
confident. I
I'm
feel
not
like
sure how many people we can put in S.
yeah. I mean, we're definitely in S. Yeah, we'll put them at.
Okay, Eminem.
I feel like they're kind of B as well. Like
Yeah.
if they're like one of those teams, if they're hitting their shots and they're like doing the crazy ass shit they do, they're the momentum.
I think that's good.
Mirage, well, if they play how they scrim, they're the best team in the
think-
world. So
I think we should just go off information that people know.
all right.
I say C.
yeah.
I want to see it. I want to see it, and
I'll
I'll be happy for them if it works.
I need to see some stuff.
Yeah.
I need to see some stuff out of their matches. That is all. Sandbox. I mean, they've done well at every major, but I feel like they've always fallen short. The highest I think they can go is probably B. Aren't they in the same group with Sonics?
I would say C.
C or B? Yeah, I was
No,
thinking
Sonics is A, right? That's CAG.
Okay. Yeah, I think C is probably fair. Sonics.
Yeah. I thought that they showed some promise in the stage. I'm not really sure like where they sit yet. So I think putting them in C is probably the best place.
Yeah, I feel like they. I mean, they're like the new like all-star lineup. You know, they should have been for sure, and like they should have won every game. TSM A.
I mean, they proved me wrong in the stage.
I mean, they definitely proved me wrong. I think they got a good hot start, and they had like good momentum, and they were playing really
I like
well off
that.
each
That's
other.
a good spot
I think
for them.
A's a solid spot because I do think they
I
could.
like how this is working out actually.
Yeah, I think this is a good. This might be our best list.
This is really fast, but I do think Wolves we throw B and then FaZe we throw A. And I think it looks like a good list that's pretty balanced.
Yeah, I agree. I think Wolves have been like one, right?
I think
in
they're
Europe.
a good team. I just
I'm there.
haven't seen like the them play like they're gonna dominate everybody yet.
Yeah.
And I think like once they get there, like they're A or S.
For me, I'm interested to see how Wolves' playstyle works against a team like FaZe.
Yeah.
Like Mirage, I feel like their playstyle might be good for them, but I'm very curious to see how their playstyle is going to be versus like the teams that play like FaZe. And then FaZe, I mean, A for sure.
Yeah. I just don't know how many we're allowed to say are A or S.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
other
them-
than us and
Yeah.
W7M, of course, you know. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a pretty balanced tier list.
Yeah, I don't think that we honestly need to move any of them.
Yeah, I would say the only one that you could argue moving, it ain't Sonics. It's it's Heroic. You know, I feel like Heroic maybe could be B, but like they also had a really tough UL season and they kind of just got in fourth, so I feel like that's pretty safe. And I mean, same thing for Mirage. They like blew their opportunity to secure the spot, and then they got it off of the final play day. So I feel like this is pretty good. Let us know if you guys agree in the comments. You know, also tell us that we have a huge ego too for these picks. And yeah, you know, leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.